So guys, Dr. Golbek here, and today I want to talk about the feet. Now, most people know about pain in the feet. Everybody's heard of plantar fasciitis now. Everybody knows that after a long day of work, standing on our feet all day, our feet hurt. But what most people don't know is that they can cause pain all over the body. Issues in our feet can cause low back pain. It's a really common one that I see all the time. But even the neck and shoulder and all kinds of other areas can have pain just because we don't use our feet quite as much as we used to. Since we have shoes on all the time, we're not really on our feet as much as we used to be. People just don't use those little muscles. So today I want to go through a few ways to open up the feet a little bit and stretch them, and then add some strength in those little tiny intrinsic muscles that we just don't get used quite as often as they used to. So let's take a look. Most popular shoe brands these days are going to have more of a narrow toe box. The wider toe box has gotten some popularity recently, but a lot of the most popular brands are still doing a narrow toe box. How are we going to counteract this? We have to spread our toes out. And a lot of people can't actively do this in the beginning because we're so used to wearing those tight shoes that force our toes to be in more of a narrow position. So what I like to do is take your foot, you're going to use your fingers in between your toes to help to spread those out a little bit. Now, two options we can have here. We can try to force the fingers a little further in to get more of a stretch. You can squeeze the toes down and up to try and open that up a little bit, work that in, and we just want to do it for, a minute or two to open up our foot a little bit. And honestly, it feels really nice after having tight shoes on for most of the day. All right, so now we have the foot opened up, but can we actively do this? Now, what we like to do is a pin drill for these. So if you take a look, what I'll do is I'm going to set the pin right next to my big toe. Pretty close because these are really difficult in the beginning. Now what I want you to do is raise the big toe, go out to touch the pin, and then come back to the starting position. Back and forth. Now in the beginning, you may not even be able to connect to that toe. It feels very strange to use those little muscles in the foot, but we're just going to try as well as we can to lift the big toe, spread it out to touch the pin, and bring it back. Now usually anywhere from 5 to 10 of these is going to be plenty because your foot will be very tired very quickly. We're going to do this on both sides, and we can do anywhere from 2 to 3 sets of these. And last but not least, we're going to talk about raising the big toe. Now in the last exercise we had to lift it and bring it over, but a lot of people have trouble just bringing their big toe into this position. Now this is going to be huge for toe off and running and all kinds of other ways that we need to use our feet as we exercise. So let's work on passively putting our big toe into that extension or that dorsiflexion of that first ray. And then we're going to try to actively hold it there as we pull our foot away from the wall. So if you look at this, my foot will be on the wall, my big toe will be on the wall. We're going to go into extension, and then I'm going to try to use all of my muscles to hold that in that position as I pull my foot away. Now, usually we're just going to hold for a second or two, go back into the position, you'll feel a stretch, and then pull away again. And we can do the same thing, 5 to 10 reps for 2 or 3 sets. All right, so those are a few ways we can open the feet and strengthen those little muscles so that maybe those areas of our body that have pain that just haven't responded to being treated in that area that could be caused by the feet can start to feel a little bit better. So go ahead and give these a try, because if you can fix yourself, you should. And if you can't, we're here.